Hello everyone, welcome back to Python, the basics. I'm your host Jessica, and today we're going to be learning, today's lesson 4, user input. So, in the last lesson we learned about addition, subtraction, like basic math operations in Python. And they're pretty easy to understand if I'm going to be honest. So, let's do the next topic, which is very, very important to creating programs and stuff. User input. So basically getting whatever the user types and then changing your program depending on what their input is. So there's a command in Python for this. Input like that. And then in the brackets, you can put some sort of prompt. So like asking the user what we want from them. So let's say you want to get their name. Very simple. Enter your name and then yes. So if we save, you'll notice as well, like up here, so you can see the X by here. Let's see if I make some sort of changes. So let's just say print hi. You can see up here that the dot is up here. So when I hover over it becomes an X. That dot only goes away when you save it. So that dot's basically saying that there's unknown changes. Please save before you lose your work. It comes up here as well, as you can see, yeah, one unsaved file. So we'll just do Control S, that goes away, and so does that little dot, which is great. So if I get rid of this line, Control S, and then run this program, I'm just going to use Jess. There we go. So we were able to interact with the program, which is awesome because that's basically the whole point of programming. You want the user to interact with it, just so the program can do exactly what the person wants it to do. So we've got input, but now what? We want to store that input into a variable. Do you guys remember lesson 2? So, to actually get this input, it's as simple as that. It's a variable name and the variable value. So you got the name of the variable, so hover over it, it says variable, name, and then the type of what it is. So it's basically saying that it's a variable. It's saying what the name of that variable is, which is just name. And then next to it where you can see str, that's the data type of the variable. So now we've got name, we can save this and we can run it, because now that name will be stored. Until the program finishes. So we got stored, but then the program ended. So now let's welcome the user. We're going to do this thing called a f-string. So if I just write it just for you and then I'll explain it. So an f-string, F stands for format. So every time you want to declare a string as a format string, you put an F at the front of it, like right there. Then you start your string, and then any kind of variables you have that you want to include in that string, you need to put curly brackets around them. So you can see right here. So we got the name, we've got an input, and then we want to print out that input from the user. So I save that, run it. So enter your name, welcome Jessica. So it took my input and it welcomed me to the program, which is awesome. Because that way it feels like you feel that interactivity with the program whenever whenever a user interacts with a program, or you're interacting with the smartphone, for example, you can feel that interaction, and it's awesome because that's what we want in programs. Okay, let's just build a just like very simple program, which just we take two inputs and we want to print out. So the two inputs are going to be the name and the age of our user, and then we want to do hello name, you are 8 years old. So notice how I use the curly brackets again. So F strings are awesome, I really like them. So we got enter your name, enter your age, and then we'll print those and then print that information. So my name is Jessica, my age is 19. Hello Jessica, you are 19 years old. Awesome. Okay, so that's the basics of user inputs. Okay, so the next lesson shall be changing the program depending on user inputs, and that's going to be something called if statements. So stay tuned for next lesson for those. Bye bye.